In today's video, we're going to be diving back into more Hollow Knight Silksong, and for this one I'm going to be going over a quest that I definitely recommend, and that's going to be the one of the Volatile Flintbeetles. Now in order to kick this off, you're going to start right at the bone bottom, right near the very beginning of the game. So jump on your fast travel and just make your way there. Once there, you're going to want to make it over to this signboard where you'll be able to grab yourself a whole bunch of quests. Now this one, I think it turned up when I made it over to Greymore, but you might be able to get a little bit before that. But the main thing is, it's well worth doing Volatile Flintbeetles because it gives you an absolutely fantastic reward. So you're going to pick this up. And then the first Flintbeetle is pretty much the one that shows you exactly what you should be doing. So we're going to start off here. And then we're going to make our way just over on the right hand side. If you've got dash, this is going to be a lot faster, so fingers crossed you've picked that up by now. But just keep making your way along until eventually you're going to see this pile of pretty much the enemy's poop just sitting on the floor there, and then you're going to be able to track the enemy by kind of getting its scent. Then you're just going to make your way along just over this direction and just keep following the trail. Remember, anytime you see more of the excrement on the floor, you're going to want to get another track going. And then just keep making your way through until eventually you're going to make it up to the top here and you'll see the actual insect you're after, which is going to be the flint beetle. And that first time I did this, the first one's actually quite nice and easy. You can take it on without too many issues. But honestly, I didn't learn any mechanics with it, and for the second one, because I was doing this very late, I absolutely got decimated. For the second one, you're going to want to head straight over to the Marrow fast travel. So just go back to your trusty buddy and just head over on the right hand side. Keep making your way through. Anytime you can grab yourself a checkpoint, you should, just in case. And this is where you'll roughly be on the map. At this point, you're going to want to make it up and all the way past all of these, and if you need to fill up any of your silk or anything, don't forget, take some of the enemies on just to make your life a bit easier. But again, as you saw, we're going to be starting to track it. You can see the faint lines that you're going to be following as you go, and hopefully you'll be able to avoid some of these enemies. The flying ones are always an absolute nightmare, especially when you're trying to track things like this. So if I was doing this again, I'd probably take everything out just to make things a little bit easier. But just keep making your way through, and then eventually right on the very top here you're going to see the actual thing we're after, and it's going to be on the wall. Now I was very tired when I was doing this and just did not realise half of the mechanics, so most of the time I'd say use the areas to your advantage, because this guy can be a bit of a nightmare and I found him the trickiest out of all of them. But as you can see from the footage, it didn't help that I was playing terribly. I think it was about 4 in the morning when I was doing this, and honestly I must have just stood within the track of within his trail just getting hit by the explosions over and over again, which is something you definitely don't want to do. But after a short time you're going to hit him enough times so that he's going to explode and pick up your next flint gem, grabbing your 2. Then just make your way all the way down from here. Keep going until you hit just down here, and again on the map you're going to be in this location. After that, make your way down again, and then you're just going to want to run all the way over to the right hand side. Keep making your way through. There will be a lot of traps on the floor and a whole bunch of enemies that are going to try and take you out, but most of the time honestly you don't need to worry about these. But one thing I would suggest, rather than actually tracking this straight away and going for it, instead what you're going to do, make your way all the way past it, and then you're going to want to make sure you go over to the actual rest point. This is going to help you out just in case anything goes wrong. That way if the thing takes you out or you screw up in any way, you'll just be able to start straight from over at this rest point. So just make it down, make it in here, and then you'll be able to rest just inside. Then you'll be able to start your tracking, and hopefully it shouldn't be too difficult from here. One thing I did notice is that these do actually run out after a little while, so if you don't get this done in time, it does make things a little bit more complicated. But as far as I'm aware, it's probably going to be in the same position as I see at the end, so I don't think this actually changes the spawn and such. Just keep making your way all the way to the top. You will need to do a little pogo in here, which can be a bit of a nightmare sometimes, but hopefully you've got a cloak and then it should be a little bit easier. After that, make your way down, and then just over on the left hand side, right at the very bottom floor, is going to be your very final flint beetle. You're going to want to take it on, and like I said, now I kind of realised what I've done wrong on the second one, so this one was nowhere near as hard. But the only thing is with this one, it is actually quite a little bit more challenging. As well as the ones on the floor, there's also quite a few aerial ones. One thing you do want to avoid is the fact that when you go out of here, it looks like he respawns completely. I think he's probably got the same amount of health, so you want to avoid going out that right hand side area, and instead just take him on in here. Finally, you should be able to take him down, grab yourself your very last flint gem, and then all you gotta do, fast travel right back to Bone Bottom. Honestly, this one's nowhere near the toughest content in the game, so you should be pretty good on it, and honestly it's one you might want to do because it's got some really nice upgrade material with it. So once you do turn it back in, you're going to grab yourself a memory locket, which is perfect for upgrading whatever your favourite crest is. Make sure you've hunted, got yourself a nice crest that you really enjoy using, and then you'll be able to use this on the sockets in order to help it become even more powerful and enhanced and equip some of the other items you've been gathering. This can work out very helpful, especially if you're taking on some of the tougher content later on, so make sure you're upgrading your favourite crest and inserting some of the items you've got alongside it. But yeah, hopefully it's helped a few of you guys and girls out. There's going to be a load more content away from me. For now, take care, I'll see you on the next day.